Hey guys, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my step-by-step brow routine. If this is something that you're interested in watching, then please keep on watching. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know down below what's the next video you'd like to see from me. I know fall is right around the corner and I'm very excited to show you what I have in store as far as my fall looks coming up. Again, if you're interested in watching how I do my brows on a day-to-day basis, then please keep on watching. Okay, so what I'm going to be using today is the Anastasia pomade dip brow in medium brown. Actually, I like to brush out my brow hairs first. Brush them out. Just to make sure they're all going in the direction they should be going in. If that makes any sense. And this is what my natural brow looks like. I don't really have that much brow hair. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to start underneath. I go right underneath and follow the shape of my brow. And that's pretty much what I do. So I just really underline the bottom part right underneath to where my arch will begin. And I stop right there. Then I grab some more of the product and then I go on the top. Start about, not midway, but towards the front, but not too, like about a few inches from the front. And then go ahead and go around the arch. And then I go back down to the bottom and then I finish up underlining the bottom. And then that's what you got from right there. See how I did I underlined the bottom first, then I stopped about right here, and then I got more product and I started about right here and did my arch, went down, and then I went back under to finish to connect with the top part of the brow, if that makes sense. So now what I'm gonna do is grab some more product and then fill in the tail of the brow first and then work my way up to the front. And that's as much as I color in for right now. So what I'm gonna do is grab a little bit more product on my brush, and instead of going this way, I'm gonna turn my brush or angle it. I'm gonna angle it and then I'm gonna flip upwards towards the front of the brow. And flick upwards. Okay, now it does look a little harsh and a little dark, so what I do before it dries and sets, I use the spoolie at the end, and with the front, I use it upwards. I brush it upwards, and then with the tail, I turn the brush to the side and brush it to the side, if that makes any sense. And there's the first brow. Now, my brows are completely different from each other. I think this one has more hair than this one. So one thing I try not to do is make them look identical. I try to get my brows to at least look like sisters, because they're not twins at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start on this other brow. And I'm going to show you the same technique. I start underneath first. I outline the bottom of it. As soon as I get to the bottom of my arch, then I'm going to start at the top. And that little piece right there will clean up whenever we're done with the brows. Alright, so now that I've outlined the bottom of my brow, I'm going to start at the top again. Start about right here, and then work my way to the back. Carve out my arch, and then draw down. So we're about right there. And then now I go back to the bottom and I connect it with the top of my arch, with the top line. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Dip back into the product. Fill in by starting at the back of the brow, the end of the brow, and working my way up. And then, like I said, when I get to the front, the very front of my eyebrow right here, I turn the brush this way and I flick upwards. So the angle part is going to be facing down. And I just flick up. Okay, so we're done with that for right now. What I'm going to show you is how I clean up underneath my brows and how I make sure that they're at least, you know, even, because like I said, one arch is higher than the other, but at least I want a straight line going across this way. I'm really not too big about having my brows look like twins, like I said, but I do want them to look like they're somewhat sisters, you know. So what I'm going to use the NYX concealer. Oh, you can't even see it. NYX concealer, and this is in the shade beige. And I'm going to just carve out the bottom part to clean it up.
So I start from the front and I work my way underneath.
My brow routine is a process, but this is how I do it every time, and it works for me. And then let me do this other side. When they start coming out. Okay, so that's normally what I do. I really don't like to try to touch up too much on the top. I feel like when I do that, my brows look real blocky, and I don't like that look. I only do that like if I really have to, or if my brows are really far off from one another. But I feel like they look pretty good right now, and I don't want to mess with them. I feel like they're in the same family. They look like they're in the same family. Like my brows are definitely related. Go ahead and tap out that concealer. I feel like one eyebrow always looks better than the other. Does anybody else have that same problem? That's why I try not to perfect the arch. Like I said, to me, my brows, they at least look like sisters. They are definitely not twins. But they do take me a long time to do, but I get it done, so. All right. So the next step I like to do is like I get either the concealer brush, more likely I'll get the concealer brush, and I'll put the brush right underneath my brow, and this lets me know if my brows are at least the same level, if that makes any sense, like at least going straight across. And if I see like some type of imperfection, like if one brow looks bigger than the other as far as like the lengthwise, then I'll just go and clean that part up. But I try not to do too much because I don't want to mess the whole brow up. So then I'll use whatever's left on the concealer brush and I'll just, you know, flick it upwards just to try to clean it up. Then I'll go back and do that. This side kind of still looks a little off. Okay, to me that looks good. Like I said, my brows are not twins, they are sisters. And at least they do look like they are part of a family, like they are in the same family. Then I just kind of wipe away that concealer that I put there. Oops. Yep, that's good. All right, and just like that, I am done. I went ahead and did all my face makeup off camera. I hope my brow routine was very helpful. This is what I do step by step. Anytime that I do my brows, this is my brow routine. I know it's not perfect, but it works for me, and I hope it'll work for any of you guys out there. Please let me know down below if there's anything else you'd like to see here on my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, let me know down below what is your favorite part about fall. Thanks again for stopping, and I'll see you next time. Bye.